when you've got all this information available to you as well, there's a couple of things that you can do with it, that we haven't already mentioned. I want to highlight that you can also remove any of the unprofitables, unprofitable clients, like you were saying, unprofitable SKUs, unprofitable vendors. If you've got vendors that are costing you too much money, you can do some champion challenger, type activity and see if you can find somebody that changes your net margin based on that. Without this information, you can't effectively make the switch or make the changes. Anything you want to share about that, Tom?
Well, so let me give you a great example of that. I had a business that we were providing merchant services for lots of retailers and restaurants and that kind of thing. And we had multiple agreements with various providers of merchant services. So taking credit cards, right?
Mhm.
However you take credit cards. There's a lot of different options out there for that today, but go back 20 years, there weren't a lot of different options for it. You had to sign up with somebody, and then I'm selling their services, and I'm getting a slice of that revenue, right, coming in there. And credit card contracts are notoriously written in gobbledygook. I think they might be written in either Vulcan or Klingon language, because nobody can understand anything. And I have had attorneys try to and accountants try to tear these things apart. So I look at all the vendors that I had for that, because I'm reselling somebody else's product. So think of me as an e-commerce provider here. I said, look, I have one way to measure this. All I need from you is the amount of the transactions and how much money I make on it. I know that now I've got basis points that I'm working with here. So we're getting tiny little slivers. You sell $1,000 and you get a couple of pennies on it, right? And but the only way that I could then true it up was once I realized, okay, if I understand how much the transactions are and how much money I make on those transactions, then I can compare one vendor to another. And for years, I didn't have this information at my fingertips. Once we started tracking that and looking at it, I could see, oh my gosh, I am way more profitable selling this person's product versus this person's product. So I got two choices. Either A, I'm going to move everybody from over here to over there, or B, I can go back to these guys now armed with information and say, hey, here's what I know. I make twice as much money over here than I do with you. So one of two things needs to happen. Either A, you've got to figure out how to get me whole and give me more of this slice of the pie, or I'm going to be moving my merchants over to another platform where I can make more money. The point is, until I knew that, I couldn't take any action on it. And let me tell you, when we started taking action on it, it meant millions of dollars to our bottom line, because we were a pretty large provider. And so every dollar I could find over here to increase, that money flows straight to the bottom line, baby, straight to the bottom line. There's no additional cost to get it. So we were able to go back and renegotiate contracts.
Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications about new videos and interviews. And introduce yourself in the comments. Are you a buyer or a seller?